is Friday, and I love me some Fridays. My name is Frank Johnson.
My name is Abraham Lawrence.
I'm Nick Seaman.
And I'm Tim Goetz.
And we welcome you to a podcast called Our Morning Take. It's where we describe for you the movie that's going on in our head when we read the Bible. Today is Friday. It is November the something, about the 18th, maybe?
17th.
17th. We're about a week from Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is next week. I'm sure you guys are all getting plans made for that. Mm-hmm. I'm sure these brothers of Joseph are getting ready for a huge Thanksgiving dinner at Dad's house.
Yep, and the Goetz family will be getting ready to have dinner at 10 a.m. on Thanksgiving.
Oh, here we go.
What? They're not celebrating Christmas?
No, they're eating dinner at 10 a.m.
We always eat Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner at
That's
noon,
why I said. That's why I
12
said
o'clock.
Christmas.
12 o'clock.
Celebrating
and Thanksgiving, 12 o'clock. Well, Abe always gets on me because they don't eat till like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, well, that's
So
normal people.
he always gets on me about
He does
having
that.
I'm just eating leftovers when it's late.
Yeah, I know.
See,
It's
that's
like
what I'm
12.
saying.
It's like 12:15. He's like, I just had dessert.
So we eat at 12, so that way, a couple hours later, we can eat another plate,
Yeah.
and then a couple hours after that, we basically eat all day. Abe don't start till 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
That was how I grew up. There was 100 of us. You can't eat at 10.
What do you
o'clock.
hold yourself over with? Just like a quick snack, or?
No, just nothing. You just stay out of the
Oh, you
kitchen until the
fast.
food's ready.
There ain't no way.
And you just go for it after that.
Oh man.
So he always picks on me about eating breakfast. Like we do breakfast.
Thanksgiving breakfast. Yeah. We're in Genesis chapter 45. Joseph has showed himself to his brothers and to Pharaoh. Everybody's all happy. Everybody's having a grand old time. Joseph has come to the conclusion that his brothers had nothing to do with him coming to Egypt whatsoever. God had everything to do with it, and he's happy with that. And so he tells him to go back to my dad and let him know that I'm okay. I'm down here. I'm doing great. Get him down here because the famine is going to happen. It's going to keep happening for the next 5 years, so you might as well come on down. Let me take care of you. And so that's what he tells him. I believe, where did we end off? Verse
16.
Am I all the way down there?
Yeah, because it
so.
says Pharaoh was pleased.
Now, when the news was heard in Pharaoh's house that Joseph's brothers had come, it pleased Pharaoh and his servants. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, say to your brothers, do this. Load your beasts and go to the land of Canaan. Take your father and your households and come to me, and I will give you the best of the land of Egypt, and you will eat the fat of the land. Now, you are ordered, do this. Take wagons from the land of Egypt for your little ones and for your wives, and bring your father, and come. Do not concern yourselves with your goods, for the best of all the land of Egypt is yours. So basically, here's a U-Haul.
Man.
Don't put anything in it.
Yeah.
Just yourselves.
What a
And
nice
Come
Pharaoh.
on back down. Yeah, because we got everything we need here.
Mm-hmm.
You can just leave all that stuff up there.
Man.
And the sons of Israel did so. Joseph gave them wagons according to the command of Pharaoh. He gave them provisions for the journey. To each of them he gave changes of garments. But to Benjamin, the guy he gave 5 meals to, he also gave 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of garments and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
And Judah's like Simeon and Levi. Don't even think about
Yep,
it.
don't think about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Now, we all know, of course,
He's
that
already circumcised.
that garments, Pharaoh's not yet, though. And trust me, they're thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice juicy pit over there.
They're thinking about it. I know how we get out of Egypt when it's time to get out of
I'll
here.
put you in a pit and sell you to Canaan? Wait, how does that work?
Break out the dissection kit.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Where
you.
them Ishmaelites at? We got a real good deal for them. 2 for 1.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, we know that clothing was also part of riches.
Yes.
So
Oh,
not,
yeah.
not only did he give him the 300 shekels pieces of silver, but 5 changes of garments. It wasn't just so that Benjamin could look, what did you call that, Abe? Drippy?
Drippy.
Yeah.
And what is the T? Because I was trying to tell that to somebody the other day.
Information, gossip, hot gossip.
Listen, these high school seniors say they've never heard of that. Because I was asking guys, I said, hey, what's the T?
Yeah, my
And they're
girls,
like,
they did. They
I
said
have no idea
it's
what
like
that is.
drinking tea. Like you
Yeah.
sit down, drink tea, and gossip.
Yeah.
So I thought tea was short for something that had to do
No,
with
it's
gossip.
actual tea. It's like, we're going to give you the tea.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you something.
Ask Jenny when you get home.
To his father, he sent as follows: 10 donkeys loaded with the best things of Egypt, 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and sustenance for his father on the journey. They don't trust the male donkeys with the food? Is that what it is? Or what?
Female donkeys are just good at carrying food.
Listen, we already get accused with Abe of being chauvinistic as it is. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I ain't trying to be chauvinistic or anything.
Notice how Abe just shuts up with all of this.
I'm just glad to be back.
You're glad Kelly let you go on the retreat, right?
Ouch.
Listen, so he sent his brothers away, and they departed, and he said to them, now listen, boys. Now, this is how well Joseph knows his brothers. Don't be arguing on the journey. And then they went up from Egypt, and they came to the land of Canaan to their father Jacob. So what is he telling them not to be arguing about, Abe?
Probably because of everything that he's given to Benjamin. Like, they're like, well, why did he get that and we didn't?
Yeah.
He's like,
You know?
I could literally have you killed for what you did.
But don't you, honestly, though, the movie in my head says so much more than that. I think Reuben is over there. He's going to start it. He's going to start the junk right off it. See, I told you guys 30 years ago, you should have never messed with this kid. See now what he's turned out to be? He's like the world leader. He's awesome. I knew there was something special about this guy. And then Simeon's going to go, no, you didn't. You didn't think that at all.
Oh, you tried
said-
hard, didn't you? Rick?
Yeah, you said put him in the pit and
Yeah.
we'll figure out what to do with him later.
Yeah.
Right? And I imagine they all
We just made money off of it.
have their story about whether they were right, whether they were wrong, what happened, what's going on. And Joseph knew it's going to be a big fight all the way back to Canaan.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's a little ways back there. And he's like, y'all, please don't be fussing, okay?
I imagine they're all in their head trying to figure out who they're going to blame it on, like, or what they're going to say. I bet
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
They are going to have to tell their dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even though they're eventually it's going to be okay, they know that first line.
Oh, yeah.
Guess who we ran into down in Egypt?
You ain't going to
You
believe
ain't
it.
gonna believe this. Who was it, son? None other than Joseph himself. And he's like, yeah, y'all get out of here. Stop that. You're gonna kill me already. Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna definitely. So they're probably arguing who has to tell. You tell him.
Well,
No,
you know,
tell him.
Judah's probably just going to tell him.
Yeah, Judah is
Yeah.
going to tell him. So anyway, verse 25, they went up from Egypt and they came to the land of Canaan to their father Jacob, and they told him, saying, Joseph is still alive. And indeed, he is ruler over all the land of Egypt. And I imagine they said it like they were just as surprised
Yeah,
as them.
yeah.
Guess what? He's not dead at all. He's down there in Egypt ruling the whole world. Who would imagine?
Who would have thought that? I guess he got away from that animal.
Yeah.
He drug him all the way to Egypt. You know, that's a great way to say it, too. Not that we sold him in a caravan. Guess who we saw down there? Turns out it's our brother. Oh, that is awesome. Anyway, verse 27, when they told him the words of...
Oh, you did.
Did I skip some?
Yeah, 26.
Yeah.
Oh, he was stunned. Oh, yeah, I forgot that. So they told him, saying, Joseph's still alive, and indeed he's ruler. But he was stunned, for he did not believe them. I mean, you can't.
No.
In the
Yeah.
King James, it's more dramatic, and I totally.
go ahead,
and I
give it to me.
totally get it.
All right,
He
go ahead and give it
says,
to me.
And they told him, saying, Joseph is yet alive, and he is governor over all the land. And Jacob's heart fainted, for he believed them not.
Yeah. And I can totally
Oh,
get it,
yeah,
too.
because like I said, the guy's been mourning him every single day of his life.
There's
day.
no way.
I bet there's
no way you
more than
Yeah.
one time he said, are you sure? Wait a minute. No, are you sure, though? I mean, he didn't have his coat, so are you sure? This guy's
the
messing
movie
with
in my head, after they tell him that, Joseph goes out of the room.
Joseph?
I mean, not Joseph. Jacob
Judah?
goes out of the
Oh,
room
Jacob, okay.
and screams and then comes back. Now tell me that again.
I just had 4 heart attacks. Now, what was that?
When they told him all the words of Joseph that he had spoken to them, and when he saw the wagons that Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of their father Jacob revived.
Oh,
so you
man.
see, you're right. And the NASB didn't give it justice, but between the King James and the NASB, we got the big picture. So Jacob fainted. But as he's laying there in that chair half alive, and they start filling him in on the whole story, and he sees the U-Haul trailers, he's like, his spirit revived.
Yeah.
And he said, Israel said, it is enough. My son Joseph is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. There you go.
Amen.
That's a great chapter.
Yeah.
And
Goosebumps.
We don't have much left here in Genesis,
No, we don't.
but it's a great last 5 chapters. You don't want to miss a week.
Yeah.
Go to church this week.
Yes, please go to church.
Yeah, say your Thanksgiving prayers.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
That was awesome. It was a good week. I love that.